now that all our participants have been introduced, I want to briefly let everyone know how we will proceed today. So as mentioned earlier, we are here to discuss a case study, Yemen obstructing medical care, taken from Hodor's Law Protecting One Online, the platform we are launching today with this event, and that was presented by Anne Quentin a few minutes ago. The case study, so Yemen obstructing medical care, can of course be found online. For those of you who haven't read the case or who read it quickly, I will give a bit more details on it in a few seconds. After that, each university will have to answer a question on the case study. Most questions, as you will see, are divided into sub-questions. For the sake of clarity, I will ask each sub-question individually, to which student will reply. At this stage, I ask students to keep their interventions to 3 minutes in total, including all sub-questions. And I will be very strict on the timing. I think that's probably why they always take Swiss people for moderating debates. After each student's intervention, I might ask our distinguished panelists to add information or to react to the answer we will have heard. And again, those interventions should be brief. So that's the plan for the first round of questions. We will then have a second, more informal round of exchanges, during which I will ask additional questions to students. I might ask a question directly at one university or ask for anyone to react. And our panelists will be encouraged to join in a discussion as well. Finally, please note, and this is really important for our webinar, online moderation will be ensured throughout the event. Every participant at home or in class should feel free to ask questions to our online moderator, Laurence, who is next to me, and we will do our best to include them in our discussion. Okay, let's now turn our attention towards the case. The facts are extracts from a report published by Amnesty International in 2012. For the purpose of our today's discussion, we will assume that the facts presented in the reports are correct, and we will also assume that the events we are interested in happen in a non-international armed conflict. So we will assume the existence of a non-international armed conflict. The facts we are concerned with occurred in 2011 and 2012. It was a period during which there was intensive fighting between Yemeni government forces and an armed group called Ansar al-Sharia in the Abiyan, al-Baida, and Shabwa governorates in Yemen. In the course of the spring and summer 2012, the Yemeni government launched a large offensive, allowing it to regain control of the city that had fallen in the hands of Ansar al-Sharia. Now I will underline 3 specific sets of events that have been reported by Amnesty International and that will be of importance for our debate. First, Ansar al-Sharia, so the armed group in our case, occupied the 2nd floor of Al-Razi Hospital and used the hospital ambulance. On September 5, 2011, this hospital has been hit allegedly by a government strike, and it is unclear whether the armed group Ansar al-Sharia was involved in unlawful activities in the hospitals besides treating there its wounded fighters. Second, the main road leading to the hospital in Aden, so another hospital, was closed by the Yemeni authority, which caused, as you can imagine, great delays in the transportation of sick and wounded civilians because ambulances and civilians were not allowed to use this particular road. And the reason for this blockade is unknown. And finally, for the events I wanted to mention before going to our first round of questions, according to Amnesty International, Yemeni authorities have removed wounded people from ambulances and the hospital without complying with medical procedures. They have stopped cars and ambulances transporting wounded people to search them and have entered in restricted hospital zones to remove certain wounded persons suspected of being fighters. Okay, so now that we have summarized the main facts of the case, let's start with the questions.